Yeah, I know that. I know I'm not you, because I would never let my friends die.
All right. I think everybody watched a different episode from what I watched. We know since the first episode of this show, we know what the entity it is. He has a fixation for fear because it makes his victims taste even better. And he loves the fear in kids because their imaginations are wilder than adults. So we're not gonna sit here and act like we don't know why Will crying like the way he crying. He been chased by a psychotic clown. I mean, Pennywise ain't doing nothing weird to the kids, but well, weird in the way y'all know what I'm talking about. But he doing some crazy shit to these fucking kids. He has every right to be crying and traumatized. His daddy, I'm sorry, but his daddy trash. One, he been doing nothing but bootlicking for the government this whole season. Leroy been doing nothing but bootlicking. He is literally, I mean, he been cooning. He been cooning. Even Dick Holland told him, like, bro, you tripping. And then what he tell Hollerin, who's already effed up and traumatized? He's told Hollerin, well, if you don't come with us and do what we need you to do, is jail time or not. It was jail time where you do what we say. So he really don't got no choice or freedom to really go out and do what he want. Will had every right to call out his dad, and so did his wife. Any father that cares about their family would have not even been afraid to do prison time if it meant getting his family to safety, which is out of this fucking town. Nah. And also, let's be real. Leroy's friend was stupid. Why would you jump in front of the gun? Are you bulletproof? Last time I checked, humans aren't bulletproof. He could have just pushed the gun out the way with his hand. Now, he probably would have still shot somebody. Who knows? But why would you jump in front of the bullet? You ain't bulletproof, nigga. That was just stupid. But in situations like that, people do some crazy things. It was an intense situation. But at the end of the day, Leroy held the gun. He shot his friend. He killed his friend. And he almost was about to kill his son. And it's crazy that his friend, who's not even the father of that boy, was able to figure out that this is not an illusion. That is really your son. And he was about to shoot his son. The father couldn't even decipher if that was his kid, but the man who was not that boy's father was able to really decipher really quickly before he jumped in front of the gun that was his son. That was not real. And Leroy's supposed to be the man without fear, the man who's supposed to be, using his head and, using his head and stuff. But he's not. And we see in the movie, we see that he pretty much got everything he deserved. You're doing too much bootlegging. Your son is being traumatized by a clown that you're also aware of too. And instead of trying to get your son out of this town and stop trying to help out this government that doesn't give a fuck about you, you in turn keep endangering them. Like, come on, y'all. I'm sorry, but Leroy trash. Yes, I understand why he slapped him, but that shit's still wrong. No one, your son didn't tell your dumbass friend to jump in front of the gun. I'm just saying, he jumped in front of the gun.